looks like there's my water. And then I guess we can rock and roll because I gotta finish packing.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna be up so late tonight.
It's all good. I am a borderline can't sleep person. I can't forget the name. I forgot the name of what they're called.
Insomnia.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I like my term better. Can't sleep person.
Can't sleep person. Those are rough.
Yeah.
You can't sleep, or you?
Yep. So it'll be fun.
You melatonin deficient man.
Yep.
Feel your pain. I do.
I would be so
Man, you just
miserable.
don't ever sleep. That's your problem.
Who needs time? Who should
Sleeping is
sleep?
for when you're dead. That's
Who needs sleep
For
when
sure.
you have
Like, that would
games to
be when you
plan?
catch up on all the sleep you missed in your life.
pretty much.
Ugh.
It won't be the cause of your demise when it happens.
It was meant to be. Any poop. So yeah, I think I got that out of my system too. So I should be good this game. We'll
Okay.
find out.
Sounds good.
So for everyone that's joining, welcome to session 2 of Mist Detectives. If you guys want session 1, if I bring up Discord, it's gonna mess up my whole setup. So Nate, I don't know if you're in the Discord, if you're
I'm in
on the
Discord.
stream. Yeah, do you mind
I'm
just
there too.
yeah, well, I meant in the stream as well, because I know you were in there last time. If you just want to copy the link for the first session that I put in the Discord.
Yeah, give me just a minute here and hop into the stream.
Yeah. I just knew you were in there last week, so I just didn't think
Yeah.
much about it. But, yeah, so we have session 1. It's on YouTube. We're going to drop the link in there. And then, but yeah, we'll be picking up directly after there. And, yeah, we'll do a quick recap of what is happening. And you know what, before we rock and roll, let me look at my timers.
Oh, wrong one.
There we go.
Don't know how to delete that.
Let's see if I purge it. Oh, you've been timed. There you go. Now it's gone.
I've been timed out. Perfect.
For
Good.
1 second.
Okay.
There we go. Now I got it.
Yeah.
Recap.
This should work.
Yeah. Time for the quick recap. Let's see. Woohoo! There it is, and a link to another project I work on. But yeah, if you guys want to go there, there's that, and then there's 2 other games that are happening in this world, and their campaigns are also uploaded on there if you want to see other parts of the world. Spoilers, not so much spoilers. There's events that happen in other campaigns that could bleed over into others. For example, there's already one in this campaign that had stuff that has mention of another campaign. And I'm not telling anybody who it is or what it is.
I gotta go
Got some
watch
crossovers.
Mm-hmm. That's the joy of when your DM runs multiple games for the internet. But shall we do a recap? Little
Yeah.
recap-a-rooney. So, right now we are in the city of West Atris, specifically in the hollowed peak called Halcyon Peak. It is pretty much a giant mountain that has been hollowed out in the inside where people live to be safe from trolls and giants that roam the land, and even raiders and pirates to different levels of success. The reason why Halcyon Peaks is so important is that it's the most well off. It is the richest, and it's where everyone strives to be. However, since like a good way to picture it is imagine Rapture from BioShock before everything went crazy. It is a place of immense wealth and opportunity and just really cool things. But there's a little bit of crazy. Or a lot. We'll see. And that's when we come in and meet our 4 intern heroes. Hero interns.
I'm not an intern. Let me be clear.
At least one.
Hi, guys.
As I bring up the list of the names so I can remember everyone. We have Aesheon Kaetchuum, the actual intern tiefling. We have Lor. Man, you guys made some creative names there. Is it Darkham? Dockham. The soldier on retirement. We have Zephan, the identity switching bar visitor, and Zevarra, the one that is just very annoyed at everybody.
Specifically one individual.
Yeah.
Okay, that wasn't fair. Let's give Zevarra the real description. The one that's just tired of everybody. She isn't that mad yet now. But anyway, all four of these heroes worked under Susan Brittlebeak, a Kaetchuum detective that is known well in Halcyon Peaks and has the trust of the community and everything, and is just known as just a force of good and wanting to help others, and in different ways that we might explore in the future of how these four very different people all now work at the detective agency that I forgot what it was named. So
Raven something?
yeah, was it?
We talked about it last week, and
Yeah, I didn't write it down.
Let's see, did I?
we're such good note takers.
You described the door.
I know
and
I
it was
described
like
the
a
door.
crest with a raven.
The door was all I came up with that whole description of the place.
Yeah. I
But-
only wrote names down.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
Well,
writing it down this time. We're gonna make it up.
Well, no, it already
And
is
then I'm
made up.
gonna write it down.
I will look it up in the VOD. It's like the Blind Raven or something like that. I don't know. I will find out. We won't hold it against anybody. But yes, Susan is the owner and the main detective of this place. And she tells the crew, she's like, "Hey, I'm heading out. I might be gone for a day or two, but don't worry, I'll see you in a bit. Hold down the fort." And she leaves, and then doesn't return for like almost like just shy of a month, if I'm remembering the timeline correctly.
Mm-hmm.
To where,
Yeah.
well, if you want to know everyone's reaction, just watch the the YouTube video, because yeah, I don't think a quick recap, but let's just say tensions are high, and they finally are able to get a little bit of information. Zephan is going and looking at their home with, as he said, a friend last session. While at the same time, while they're trying to figure out what happened with Susan, there is, I've lost his name. Where'd it go? I was right there. Now I lost it.
Deaton Brumblepatch.
Yes, thank you. Deaton Brumblepatch. Pretty much the overseer of the Cloud District, which is the slice of Halcyon Peaks that they live in. He comes in and tells them that they need to start getting work done because tensions are running high in the city and people are not feeling safe, and we need some sort of good news. So, but he said that in a lot more words because there was arguments.
There
So
were arguments.
he gives them 5 cases, and we will look at the one that they decided to go on. However, if we remember how last session ended, Zephan was in the home of Susan Brittlebeak and was sitting there and just found a piece of paper that said "Beware." And the room was clean. There was nothing in there. It was dark because it's on the outskirts. You know what? Here, I have it here. Let's show the stream what the different districts look like. I'll bring you guys over here too. Boop. So, here is our massive our That's right. I don't know how to Photoshop, so if anyone's gonna complain, you shut up. So,
Don't at him.
so Susan's house is about 2 hours away in Mistrat, which I'm gonna ping is like over here on the border. So, the Dawn Quarter is where the where the detective agency is, and I believe the way we described it is still close to the docks. So I'm picturing it kind of around here. So he got all the way over there to Mistrat, which it kind of looks like the Death Star. If you guys, oh man, I found a generator to make this, and it took a while to generate it. Not so much for me to generate my MS Paint, but yes, the 2 hours there, and you are in the Mistrat. Just for people to know, it is like the where the paws live. It's as I bring up these notes to just let you know what Mistrat is like.
The Kensington part of town.
Ooh.
Wah.
It's the old Croydon part of town.
Oh.
And for people who aren't local,
I was gonna say Philly references, Langhorne references.
Old Croydon.
So this township is where pretty much the sick and the poor reside. It is very slum-like. Life. The thing is, life in Mistrat, as poor as it is still better than the two districts below it, the service district and the mines. So even though it is not great to live here, it is still better than the slices that are below. And this is just general knowledge that all your characters would know. Like, this is where people would go to get information about and work that might not be on the up and up. Like, it has that that vibe, and like, you guys wouldn't, that would be such something you all would know living here for as long as you did. So it is a little bit confusing why Susan is living here, but let's go into this house for a second. Zephan, you are alone in this house. Well, you're with a friend, as you told everybody. This house is clean. You see this note. What would you like to do?
Well, I will go over and pick the note up.
Alright. And the note, looks like it's written. It's just a piece of parchment that it looks like it's red ink scrawled up on it that just says beware. I think that's what it said.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember everything it's been a week, guys. I've been packing.
So as soon as I read where it says beware, I want to like jump backwards really quickly.
Alright.
Like, get out of the way. I don't want to be that guy that is like, beware, what's this mean?
Alright, well, let's make it fun. Do a dexterity check.
Okay.
Let's see, you trip over nothing?
Give me a second here. That is plus my proficiency bonus, or not proficiency, it's dexterity. So what I roll? Sorry, I got.
You're fine.
It's 15.
Alright, yeah, no, you jump back and you sit there and it's just quiet. Besides, like, the normal noises of Mistrat. And just to let you guys, just to paint a picture for you guys and for the audience, the Cloud District has the name Cloud District because this whole area just has this haze that just sits over everything. It doesn't necessarily come inside a lot of the houses, but in Mistrat, there is a lot of, like, it's thicker haze. If I guess a good image of it is, like, if you guys ever played Vampire, or seen screenshots of it, there's like, mainly because I don't think the game could handle distances. There's like a thick fog, or like Silent Hill, but not as thick, where you just see shadows. But it is thicker than the other districts.
And so I don't hear anything else.
No.
Just the normal. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's just a
like
bare
just
room
the
with just a piece of paper in the center of it.
yeah. When you
Is
step
the
back,
room, like-
you like the floor creaked, but like
Okay.
yeah.
Is there like, is the floor really clean, or is it like kind of dusty? Like, does it look like it's been left for, a month without being cleaned, or does it, does it look like it's really clean?
It looks clean, but I don't know. Do you want to make a perception check?
Yes, please. I want to know exactly how clean this stuff is. Perception. That is a 18.
All right. So there is a layer of dust, and it does, like, you can see that the footprints that are in this are only yours. And like you're just looking around, and this looks empty. Like
Okay.
nothing seems to look out of place.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, well, I mean, if I've looked throughout the rest of the house, and there's
Yeah,
nothing
it's
there,
it's
I
like
might
a
as
small
well-
hovel.
small hovel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll go back to the detective agency.
All right. Well, before
Well,
you go
no.
back, hold
I
up.
won't go back to the detective agency.
Oh yeah. You're
I
going
will
back
go
home.
back to my house
Yeah.
to change.
All right. Well, before you leave, you hear a little bit of internal monologue. Like, hey, yo, mate. I don't know if I'm doing your voice correctly, but what's that floorboard?
A floorboard. What
Yeah.
floorboard?
That one in the corner.
I'll have to check that out.
And so,
So I'll
well,
walk over and I'm guessing I see a floorboard or something.
mm-hmm. And you,
My inner intuition is telling me there's a floorboard that I should check out in one of the corners.
yeah, which is weird because the room's a circle. Nah.
Huh. I must be going crazy.
No, but
All right, I'll be like, right, floorboard over there. Ooh, I didn't see the floorboard over there at first.
Yeah.
Good catch, me. Right then, let's go check it out, mate.
yes.
And I'll walk over to check it out.
Hey, well, you realize that it's like a loose board. Like it's loose, and it seems like it can like be moved away.
Okay. Can I try to pry it up?
Yeah.
Right. I just-
You don't have to roll for it. I was just wondering if you were gonna
Oh,
do
okay.
it.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'll try to pry it up.
Yeah, so you pry it up, and there's just like just an empty space underneath there. But in this empty space is a book.
So it's not an empty space.
Yes. Above
'Cause
it,
there's a book.
above the book is empty space.
Gotcha.
And underneath
Cool.
is a
So there's
floor.
a book. Well, I want to be careful, and I want to I'm gonna eyeball that book and make sure that there's nothing like attaching it, like attached to the. Like I want to see if it looks like there's any traps there.
Yeah, you can make an investigation. Or perception. It's just both work for me.
Oh, there we go. That's 22.
Oh yeah, you can tell there's nothing here. There's
Okay.
this thing it's not trapped. Yeah. There's nothing that's holding this book down. You can pick it up
Cool.
quite easily.
Sweet. Well, then I'll be like, oh, that's interesting. A book, mate. And I'll reach in and I'll pick the book up.
Yeah, make a
I'll take a look at
Constitution
it.
saving throw. No, I'm just joking.
Dang it.
So
Yeah.
unfair.
So, sorry. Before I made my joke, you said you're just looking through it.
I'm just gonna pick it up and take a look at it. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
see what it looks like.
Yeah, it's like a bluish leather-bound book. The edge of the pages look like it doesn't look super clean, but at the
What?
same. Oh, Oh, I'm hearing myself in someone's stream. Oh, or someone's thing. But anyway, you pull the book out, and it's like blue leather. It's dirty, and it's not like but it doesn't look like on the cover. There's nothing like distinctive about it.
Doesn't have a title or anything
No
like that.
title.
It's just like a blue. Okay. I will go ahead and put that into my bag,
All right.
and I'll put the floorboard back carefully,
Alrighty.
and I will look around the room carefully to see if there's any other things that I may have missed. Any other, like, just kind of glance around.
If you want to
Look at
take
the
20,
walls.
I'll let you take 20 if you want to do that. Is that a
Yeah,
thing?
I'm
And it is now. It's my game. Dang it.
I'm not familiar with the.
No,
I guess it
basically,
would take 20 minutes to check
instead
it
of
out.
instead of rolling perception, you can take
Take
20 minutes to
Oh.
roll
Yeah.
a natural 20. Basically.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just spending
that works. I'll
time
do
to.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
find
I'll do that.
everything that's there.
Yes.
I will take 20 minutes and I will investigate this room
Mm-hmm.
just to double check and make sure I didn't miss anything on my first sneaky scan.
And no, you check all the corners in this circular room, and it seems like everything is. There's nothing else hidden in here.
Awesome.
And you feel like you searched the place sufficiently.
Cool. So at the end of the 20 minutes, as I'm thinking to myself, I'll be like, well, Rick, I think it's time to head back. Right, yeah. I think it's time to go back, get changed, get rid of me, and we'll head over to the others and see what's in this book. So then I'll head back to my house to get changed.
So
out of
I think
my
if we remember,
persona.
you had a sending stone, and you and I
Oh,
had like
yes.
a check-in time. So if you don't
That's
check
right.
in, I will probably message you sometime soon.
That's right. Well, I think I forgot to check in, so I'm gonna start heading home.
Okay, so then I don't know, whatever basically by the time you're heading back, Zevarra like checks in and just does a like, "Hey, Zephan, are you good? What's going on?"
At which point I'm like, right, yes, no, yeah, everything's good. I'm on my way back. Me and my buddy are gonna stop off at my house, and then I will come over to the detective agency right away. And yeah,
Okay, everyone's sleeping. I'll wake them up and we'll be ready when you get here.
I mean it's gonna be 2.5 to 3 hours before I'm back.
Oh, I guess
so.
that's true. Okay, I'll see you in the morning.
Maybe
We'll
don't
have
wake them
coffee.
up quite yet. They might not.
I'll have
appreciate
coffee
that.
ready.
I like to
Perfect.
imagine Lord doesn't actually sleep ever.
Probably not a whole lot.
Cool. So yeah, I'll head home and put Rick away.
Oh, where I'm going?
Gonna become your alter ego who like doesn't go away. It's gonna be your like familiar.
Alrighty. And so we'll say, well, are you gonna go there like in the 2 hours? Because if I remember correctly, you left. I'm trying to remember what we said. I think you
So
were
if we timed it out, by the time I'm getting back to the detective agency, it's going to be like just getting around towards dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we were all there. I think we stayed overnight at the detective agency.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I'm okay with that.
Okay.
So, yeah. Might as well. Let's go here. To the place where... As soon as I remember to scroll in, there we go. But yeah. There's everybody, and... yeah, we'll say, like... Zephan, you got there. You arrived. And... we will also say that this is the one thing I'm trying to remember. Did I tell you what district the Hall of the Golden no, it's not Golden, where the Hall of the Crimson Stream was?
No, you just said Sister Connor and the Crimson Stream.
Okay.
Mhm.
So the Crimson Stream, here, we'll go back to the Cloud District real quick so I can show you guys. Is over in Glass Point. And so it is like kind of around here, up at near the top.
Okay.
And just for everyone, like the players and anyone watching, this is a full circle. It's just the map generator cut it off. So this thing does go into it is a full circle. It's just I messed up the dimensions, and it took too long to generate this. So I was like, I ain't doing that again. So this is a full circle, and like Glass Point and Coin Grove, they connect, and same with Nails Closet and Mistrot and all the stuff under there. They all kind of like they go south a little bit more. So like where it cuts off, that's not like the complete end of it. But
Gotcha.
yeah.
Sounds good.
Hey. But yeah. So. But I will say, just for you guys know, from your place, it's about an hour and a half to get to the Hall of the Crimson Stream, and in there it's I will say it's a pretty much like that hall opens up in around like 9, like that's normally there's somebody there between 9 to like 3.
So we have some time to like get a debrief and make our plan for the day. Okay, so are you back, Zephan?
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
we'll say he's back and all that jazz.
Yeah, so I'm gonna come back. I guess I'm gonna come into the table and be like, right. So I'm gonna describe the room. This is what I found. Bare room. There was a piece of paper in the middle. Said beware. Looks like it was made in red ink. Haven't investigated too much. I did find this blue book. I haven't opened it up or taken a look at it yet. It was hidden. That was really the only thing that was there. It was literally
So it didn't look like she even lived there?
No. Nope. It didn't look like anybody had been there in a while.
Wow.
Yeah.
Aesheon takes both of the things and begins to just like look over the documents, just because
You like are opening the book.
like I'm looking at so I'm doing an insight check on the paper to see what I can come up with. That is an 18 to just kind of, or would it be investigate, Dave?
I'll let you do either, whatever one you want to do.
So I rolled an 18 for insight on the paper, just to see if I can glean anything off of like the handwriting, just because I have a bit of a skill in forged documents and things like that. So like handwriting and
All right. Yeah.
and stuff on that, and then he will want to open the book and start looking through
All
it.
right. Well, let's start
Yeah.
off with the paper first. You rolled a what in insight? 18?
18.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you're looking at this and the paper like doesn't look clean as well. And like whatever it's definitely ink. It's not like another substance. Like it's not blood. Or another just red like concoction that is made up. It is definitely red ink. But it is dirty and everything. However, I'll say with that roll, like, and since you guys have gone into the office and probably looked at some of Susan's some of her like paperwork and stuff, what she signed, the handwriting does not match up.
Okay.
It is somebody else's handwriting. And yeah, so and then you're just gonna open up the book and look through it.
So before he does that,
Mhm.
Zevarra like sees that he's like just rushing through this, and I don't know where you are right now, Ash.
I'm on the other side of the desk from you.
Right. So she
assuming
probably
that
like
right in
comes-
between us is the book on the table.
Okay, so I think Zevarra like puts her hand on the book and looks at Ash and says, I know that you want to know, but we have a protocol and we have a procedure. So let's slow down and work this through, or we might miss clues that are really important. And I guess this is like a world question. I would imagine in a detective agency, like we would have some sort of like protocol or procedure for like the equivalent of like dusting for fingerprints or something, of like going through the process before you just open a mysterious book that might have demons living inside of it. You know. And so basically Zevarra wants to like walk Ash through that, so she's not being intentionally nasty, she's just trying to like slow him down.
Yeah, so if you want to look for any physical evidence, I will let you, that will be investigation. And like you have the tools here, and like I don't think it was uncommon for like you guys to observe Susan do this. To see if there's demons or any other magical things in the book, do an Arcana check.
Okay, so then I look at Ash and I say, you know, I basically hand over to him, like, why don't you see if you can perceive any magic, and I will look for any physical evidence of clues. So Ash, if you want to do the Arcana check, and I can
Ash
do
rolled a
investigation.
4, natural 3, so super good roll on the Arcana check.
All right.
Okay.
Sadly, level 1 does not have detect magic yet, so can't help us with anything.
Okay, I got a 14 for investigation.
Okay. And so I'll let and just since it's been a little bit, Josh, you do have other tools that you probably could use if you wanted to. But anyway, your Arcana check.
For the investigation check.
Oh, you mean my? Oh.
So, but like I'm gonna do the Arcana check first.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's no magical aura. Like even though like you were just a little bit more emotionally like, oh man, we're gonna get answers and everything, or you just wanted to like rush into just like this is gonna have answers for where Susan is. Even in all that distraction, you can tell there's no magical aura that is like I have the word in my head, but my mouth doesn't know how to pronounce it. Emanating. It begins with a P. But anyway, that's there's no magical aura of any that you can sense from here, and with your investigation, like you're able to tell that this thing, one, it's very dirty, but as you like dust for prints or like the equivalent of what you would have to find evidence. Like, even though this book is dirty and grimy, and you're able to, like, okay, that's Zephan's fingerprints. Because he didn't...
Wears gloves.
What?
Rick wears gloves.
Rick wears gloves?
Rick always wears gloves when he's breaking and entering.
Okay, well...
He knows the rules.
All right, just making sure. He didn't say it in the time. But, yeah, but he... we'll just say, like, it's one of those, like, it's got a thick layer of dirt on there, and you can see, like, even though he's wearing gloves, like, it's smudged. Like like the dirt smudged a little bit, but like this book is clean. There's like no fingerprints, there's no like physical clues of this book being touched.
Okay. All right, so from our investigation and the Arcana check that Ash was able to do, it seems for the most part fairly safe to open. So Zevarra takes it and starts to open and page through the first few pages. Specifically, I actually like opened to the first the first page to see if there's anything written, either a title or like a note or anything like that, but just starting to like page through those first few pages of the book.
All right. Well, on the first page, written on the inside of the cover in like immaculate handwriting, like it's like you got cursive and then you got like that fancy cursive that like people see, and it's like written in like gold in here, which just, it's really weird to see this like filthy book have like gold imprinting on there. And it says, it's just like 3 lines. It says, warmth of soul, on tree so frail will reveal the secrets one holds dear.
Let's say that one more time so I can write that
Yep.
down.
Warmth of soul on tree so frail will reveal secrets that one holds dear.
Warmth of soul.
Yeah, I can write it. I can write it in our chat. So.
Frail.
Mm-hmm.
Unveiled.
Will reveal the secrets one holds dear.
And that's in 3 lines.
Yeah.
Can I roll anything to see if I recognize the writing? If I can recognize, well, can I roll to see if I recognize the handwriting?
Yeah. Do investigation.
An investigation. All right. That is a dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay, I'm typing it in chat so that way I'm just making sure me misspelling something won't lead you guys down something wrong. Okay, there you go. So, yes, I can write that in chat as well. There you guys go. Boop. And for some reason, I didn't want to copy the second half of that. Copy. There you go.
And the way you wrote it in chat, Dave, is that how it's written on the paper?
Yeah, except on Tree So Frail is on a second line. So Warmth of Soul, line 1, Tree So Frail, line 2 will reveal.
But is Warmth of Soul capitalized the way it is, and everything else?
Oh no! So yeah, it's written like a normal sentence. That's just my own.
Gotcha. No, that I just making sure.
Idiosyncrasy, like my brain goblins typing out things that are weird. So yeah, no, that isn't laying. It isn't capitalized in the thing. And so yeah, so what was your investigation check again?
I wanted to
20.
see if I recognize
Dirty 20. Okay. No, I was just trying to find out what you rolled. So I'm gonna imagine you still have like the documents with Susan's handwriting. This is 100% Susan's handwriting.
Cool.
Okay.
Which will come in handy later because now I know what Susan's handwriting looks like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
So I tell everybody that this is Susan's handwriting, but also say that pass on the information that I had from the Beware, that it's ink, but it's not. Susan didn't write that.
Mm-hmm.
While all this is going on, I'm gonna go over and take a sip of the coffee, and then kind of like make a face and like very surreptitiously dump it into one of these potted plants here, and then go make another pot of coffee.
You hurt my heart.
But I want to do that very surreptitiously, like.
All right, well, come on.
Like...
You know how I do this. Roll stealth, and you roll perception if you want to see if you can catch him. Okay. This is how a Itisdpayne game goes.
I feel like Zevarra has disadvantage in this perception.
I will let everybody who wants to roll perception.
What is my passive perception? My passive perception is 12.
All right.
Do you want me to roll again for disadvantage?
We'll just keep your passive perception because I feel like that's... Yeah, what's everyone's passive perception? Let's do that. That makes 11. A lot more sense.
12.
11, 12. Well, no, you don't need it, Zevarra. Zevarra.
It's just 10. It's 10 plus
your wisdom modifier.
Mine's 13.
13.
Well, I'm super tired right now.
Yeah, so well,
I know. I'm struggling.
So, but yeah, we're gonna say that I think the only everyone notices.
Yeah, so Zevarra is like so into looking at this book, but like hears, like she's so just aware of everything going on in the office because that's her job. She like hears this like pouring of liquid into not a cup. And so like just spins around and is like, dude, I made that for you.
I'm just gonna pretend to like be drinking straight out of the pot, like, this is good.
It's
This is really
worse.
good.
It's worse that you do
Great.
that. Just own it. Just
Great.
own it. What's wrong with my coffee? What's wrong with my coffee? You know what?
Hey,
Never mind. Never mind. Just come over here. We need to
Ash
look
just
at this.
like slowly like puts his hand to his head and just is like, it's not that good. Under his breath.
Lor gives Zephan like a fraction nod as to say, thank you. It was real bad.
Wow. And here I was trying to be a coffee snob, and everybody's ganging up on this. Wow. Okay.
What is wrong with my coffee? How long have you not been telling me? Oh my gosh.
Okay, hold on. I'm
Lor-
writing side quest for cooking
Lor
lessons.
quietly wanders away and just goes and tinkers with the heater again.
He is just like anxious, or Ash is just anxiously waiting to get further into the book.
I,
No,
yeah.
listen, this is not about
I'm just
coffee.
gonna grind up some of my Black Rifle coffee and start pouring it in.
Okay, well, I think Zevarra's like, why don't you make me coffee and we'll compare, because I clearly don't know good coffee.
What I'm doing.
All right.
But then follows up with like, no, actually, everyone come and look at this. Does anyone have any idea what this means?
Can I
Actually-
do a history check to see if this is anything I recognize? Like maybe a piece of literature from a book or something, like a famous poem or a line to a song or something like that.
What checks can we roll on this, Dave?
Yeah, history would work. If you guys want to do investigation.
Mm.
Well, that's a 4. You do realize that that's rolling with advantage, right?
Yeah.
So that's
Why are we
22.
rolling
That's
with
why I
advantage
saw the
again?
Can I get
4.
can I do insight on
Dang
this,
it.
or does it need to be investigation?
Yeah, I'll let you do insight. Or I'll let you guys do straight, like kind of wisdom check as well, if that works.
Ooh,
Yeah,
nice.
and it's rolling with advantage because it's a setting that we just have to turn off.
I'll just keep rolling the straight d20 and adding my own stuff to it then.
Ash rolled a 21.
Okay. Hold on. Let's just go in order real quick. So history, like even with that, it was so low. Like it sounds like it's something that you've heard before, but it's like at least bits or pieces. Like it could have been like a nursery rhyme or something, but
Okay.
it's just not
It doesn't
fully
jump out at me.
connecting. Yeah, you're like I've heard this before. I just don't know where.
I think I'm gonna roll history too.
Okay. Well, let's go in order. Real quick, Josh, what did you?
I rolled a 21 insight.
21 insight. Yeah.
Nice.
So, you know what? We can match this with Elizabeth Zevarra's history roll. Is that you like Ash like recognize insight? You're like, this is something Susan sang. Like this was a song she would sing when she was like focusing on something. And your history check will know that this was like it was like a mantra that like an order taught. Like you remember Susan mentioning something and you like maybe asked her like what does this like does that have meaning? And you're like, oh, this is something that when I was learning, she was like, when I was I'm trying to remember what Susan's voice was. When I was learning the skills of my trade, this was just a little ditty or poem just to keep things safe. So oh wait, no, that was for the
I don't know if
that was for the
rolled
coffee.
anything.
Yeah, I think that was for the coffee check.
Yeah. I don't really have any bonus things, so I didn't roll.
Which
The
makes
coffee
sense.
check.
I feel like Lore isn't gonna roll on.
Well, the thing is, I would give Lore advantage because he's the one that spent
I was
the
gonna
most
say,
on
I
history.
feel like
With all the time he spent, he's the one that spent the most time. So if you want to, I'll let you roll with advantage on history, or or wisdom?
I mean, I
It would be
guess
great if he did a wisdom because he has +3 to wisdom.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a +1 on wisdom. I've got +3 on perception because it's a bonus thing that I took.
I say good.
So you want me to roll perception or just wisdom?
Nah, like,
Wisdom or history?
yeah, it's like history or wisdom. I'll even allow you to do intelligence because I'm letting you pull back like just memories that you had with Susan since
Right.
you spent time with Susan outside of Halcyon Peaks.
Right. All right. Well, the best one I've got is wisdom, so I will. Nope,
Oh,
that is not good.
no.
Natural ones, double.
Oh.
Make
Lor forgets his own name.
My name Lor? Roral? No.
Laura's
Well-
on the floor right now.
Focus on the coffee and like can't function until
Yeah.
he has a cup of coffee
I-
in the morning.
I like to imagine it's something just like warmth of soul, trees, warmth of... I could warm my soul with 2 cups of Folgers right now. Yeah, so like you definitely get distracted, and we'll say that the coffee is done. But the thing is, since you just gave Zevarra such a hard time for her coffee, I feel like you need to roll something for this coffee.
I didn't give anyone a hard time for their coffee.
You were the
I
catalyst.
just poured it out. All right, what do I need to roll?
I don't know.
Performance check for
Yeah,
making
that's
coffee.
that's the one.
Is
How
it-
about
is it a
sleight of
survival
hand?
check on
How about
the-
sleight of hand? I'll do a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, I guess.
I only. say
Or
that
how
because
about this? How
of
about
our
this?
deception.
We could do a high or low.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
Do a luck check.
Yeah, luck check. Do a luck check. If you roll 51 or higher, it is the best coffee. If it's 49,
All right.
50 or below.
Here we go. Fingers crossed. D100.
Ah, there you go.
Oh.
Yes.
I make good coffee.
So like I like to imagine that as I'm like trying to remember everyone's name, Zephan, he's sitting there and like the night's starting to catch up a little bit, and he's just like and he just hears like the sizzle as like kind of the water boils over. He's like, oh, and this like real quick gets like the coffee together and just like boom, and everyone now has a cup of coffee. Like I imagine like you wake up and Lor's right there like, warm my soul.
Zevarra like takes the cup and like smells it and like looks kind of disdainfully, but like takes a sip, and like immediately you see her face change to like, oh, that is what good coffee is. Like she turns to Zephan and she says, okay, you're really gonna have to teach me how to do that.
No worries. For your cup, it's like this much cream, that much sugar, this much coffee.
Aesheon's mage hand is just fetching a cup for him.
Oh, did no one bring you a cup of coffee?
There's just a hand going over to the pot and then bringing it all the way back over to him.
Just stick it on the counter.
He then high fives himself.
Hands hot, hands hot. So yeah. Okay.
I vote we flip to page 2.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, so Zevarra, I think, still has the book. I mean, she's not like hiding it from anyone, just kind of like on the table. And so I'm gonna start like flipping through it to see if I can. I don't know that, at least not for me, that I would like look every page, but to start kind of like paging through to see if there's anything written, you know, in the margins or anything highlighted or yeah.
I think we should look through every single page and have Dave tell us exactly what each and every page says.
Yes.
Okay. You ready?
Nope.
Page 1. I'll do it. Are you guys ready?
No. No.
I mean, I was
What,
kidding. I
what
don't know
do
how
you
much
want?
this book that you have written.
Do you want us to do a roll or anything, Dave?
Yeah,
to
I
see
can
what
do it.
Nah,
I
this
can do a roll.
trust me, you guys don't need to do a roll on this because you turn to page 2 and it's empty.
Okay.
You turn to page
Oh.
3, it's empty. You turn to page 10, it's empty. You flip through the whole book, it's empty. I'm not going to make you guys roll on this because you guys, I feel like you spend a lot of time searching through this book. You look at the pages, there's no imprint of any kind of pen or pencil or any writing utensil. There's nothing that you can do a rubbing of to get a writing. This looks like a brand new notebook.
That's covered in dirt on the outside.
Covered on dirt on the outside. Like, in the outside, it looks dirty.
Has anyone said out loud the first line?
If you guys did, you haven't. No one said.
That was indicated.
Yeah.
Aesheon begins to speak the phrase over the book.
Yeah, no change.
Has anybody done like an Arcana check or anything on the book yet?
I rolled a
Ash
4.
did.
Oh, okay.
Do we know? Would
Somebody
I
else
know?
can roll Arcana on it.
Yeah, but do I know, because I am the secretary, like, is this something that Susan would do? Like, is she like a notebook user? Like, would it be common for her to just have empty books around that she would keep notes in? Or is this something that, like, I've never seen?
This is something weird. Like,
Okay.
even the, like, you see that the bookshelves are on there, and if just a quick reminder of last session, she has every case detailed. You guys went and looked at all the cases detailed. This book, like, and it does look like a book that she would buy. Like, it's like it. We'll say there's just been enough time passed of you guys looking at this and comparing to other things. Like, it looks like a notebook that she bought. It theoretically could have bought at a store somewhere, and like all that stuff line, like, it doesn't seem like the book itself is out of normal. However, the fact that this has on the cover, on the inside of the cover, a like this inscription, which you all know something that she has said before and has sang. This, I don't know, this is something different.
Well,
Dave, with my knowledge of the different religions in Merkin, would I like be able to pinpoint where that's from, or
of the saying,
yeah, or is it not something of like one of the main?
It's not. This isn't something that seems to line up with something like a mainstream thing. This seems like, for the most part, Susan never really shared a lot of her life outside of Halcyon Peaks, even before she met Lor. Like, this is, like, she's one of those people that focused on helping others before herself. And so the less focus, like, this is something you guys all know, like, the less focus that was on her and more on others that she was helping, the happier she felt. And so her life before she met Lor is a mystery. However, if you want to try to roll a religion check,
Yeah, let me.
I
It
won't.
doesn't hurt to see. So roll a religion.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you do that.
That's a 12.
12. Yeah, like, you're not sure if it's like a mixture of different stuff, but it's like, from your straight up knowledge, there's nothing that you're gathering.
Okay.
So as Lore is looking at this book, he kind of is muttering to himself and then ponders out loud. I wonder if there's some sort of invisible writing or something we need to unlock to display writing on the pages.
With Aesheon's background in forgery, would I be able to detect any of that?
Do you have like a forgery check or something like that? Or
Well, I have So I have.
We'll do this. Like, I'm not gonna make you roll on that. Like,
I have a forgery kit that I'm proficient in.
yeah.
Like I just didn't know. Like it's It's basically an intelligence check.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll let anyone who wants to to roll an intelligence check.
I basically it's a +3 to
forgery
D1.
stuff. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Do it.
10.
You said intelligence?
Yeah.
Since I'm holding it, I can roll too. Yeah, same.
So while you guys are doing that, so Lor says I'm looking at the phrase that was on the beginning of the book, right? That's what's written in the front of the book?
Yes. Well, on the inside cover. Yeah.
Okay. I'm wondering if this is a key to unlock the rest of the book.
No, is this a key to unlock the drawer in the office?
I don't know. But part of me wonders, so warmth of soul. What is warmth of soul? Could that be your breath, like warm breath? And then trees so frail, paper is made from wood. Paper is made from trees. Do we need to blow on the book to reveal lighting?
I was just thinking of Doctor Who. Have the gift of my breath.
That might be the one and only Doctor Who episode that John has suffered through.
It gets better, but I know it's not everyone's cup of tea.
She started me at the old stuff.
Well, not really.
I know.
The Christopher Eccleston old stuff. So it's the only episode he's seen.
Just wait till you get to Matt Smith or David Tennant. That's when it gets really good.
Oh, good.
I know.
Okay, sorry. We digress.
But anyway, Lord,
do you want to try and blow on it?
Yeah, Lord just takes the book and opens it and blows on a page.
You blow, and the page begins to ripple. Mainly because you're blowing on a piece of paper.
Aesheon will make his way into Sue's office to then say the phrase over the desk.
You have to do it in her voice, though. Can you mimic her voice?
Can I make a roll to see if I can mimic her voice?
Sure, I'll let you roll.
Performance.
What am I rolling? Am I
performance.
rolling
Performance.
Roll performance?
Yeah.
18 performance.
Ooh!
Hey. Yeah, nothing happens. But you feel like you. Yeah. Yeah, like you feel like you did a really good, good attempt. The only problem, here's the only problem that is coming with trying to mimic Susan's voice is that she's a Kaetchuum, and she could have imprinted many different voices over the years. So she could have pulled any voice that she wants. So I'm not it's a good idea, but who knows what mood she was in or what voice, and it could have been a voice that you guys haven't heard yet. Right. So and I roll that over with your investigation stuff. So
at this
Aesheon walks out defeated from the room.
Oh. At this point, how long have we spent? I mean, I know we as players have spent 45 minutes on this, but in world time, how long have we been looking at this book?
I'll say with all the checks. What did you say, Josh? Did you say about 20 minutes?
I was going to say 20 minutes.
I think it's been a little bit longer than 20 minutes.
Longer than
We'll say about it. It's been right around the 40-minute mark.
So I think Zevarra, knowing that we're gonna have to start getting ready to make the trek across the city, kind of closes the book and just says to the group, "We know this is important. I don't know what this means yet, but I think we need to keep this in a safe place. And we also have to keep this place open. So maybe we lock this up and come back to it later tonight. I think we need to get over to talk with talk with
Sister Connor. Sister
Connor. Before it gets too late in the day.
Which, Dave, did we say I had some sort of connection to Sister Connor because of?
Yeah, just she is part of a rush worship. A rush, sorry. Which for anyone who doesn't know, who's new in the chat, a rush is the element of fire. This is something that's common in this world, is that the gods are the elements, and celestials is the name of kind of what is your more commonplace god, but they are more like entities of like they are not normally not worshipped. So
Yeah, it's like frowned upon to
yeah,
worship
it's frowned upon to worship them, but they are much more of like your common D&D gods. So there is a whole pantheon that I've created loosely. So
Yeah, we have that in the lore.
yeah, but just to let I just as people learn more about Mirkin, it's just something good to just let others know. Yeah. But and the elements do have personalities of their own as well. So I don't know if the players remember them all, but they do have access to it. So the question is, do I remember it?
Yeah. No pop quizzes. So yeah, so do we agree? And if so, where do we want to lock this up? I imagine that I have like a locked drawer in my desk that I could put it in.
Oh yeah, like that's something that's not uncommon. Like I would say that like if you're also the person that probably handles the money that comes in, like just
yeah. So I go to like if no one's arguing, I just like start to unlock my drawer and like put it in there and like I cover it over with some paper so that it just looks like a normal drawer. If anyone were to like break in, they wouldn't be able to see it. So basically trying to hide it and then like close it up and lock it up.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna get another cup of coffee.
Okay. Zevarra goes to one of the, I don't know if there are closets. I think we've only looked at bookcases, but she keeps all of her gear in a closet here in the office. So you see her like going to start to put on her armor, and she grabs her shield and her longsword and just kind of starts like, you know, clasping herself into her getup, assuming that we're going to be leaving soon.
Yeah, and this is something that Elizabeth and I were talking about yesterday. I would imagine that unless you guys are more magic users or just like are hiding your weapons on your body, as you're walking around town not on duty, I wouldn't imagine you're like geared up. But if you guys are going on a job, it would not be uncommon or out of the question for you guys to be like ready. And so if you we can say like if you're going on a mission, unless you say otherwise, I will assume that you are ready for like encounters and battle and stuff, unless you state otherwise.
Yeah. Well, all of my weapons, except for my short bow, basically are like it's a short sword and daggers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's stuff that stays like more concealed, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And because of my cleric persona, I have my little like holy symbol / quarterstaff that my tail uses as like a walking stick as I walk around.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like in my tail, and like my tail just makes it like stand up straight when
when he's excited for battle.
Oh no.
We are children. Anyway.
I have lots of weird images in my head right now.
Yeah, and then no, well, since everyone else explained, Lord, where do you keep your weapons, or do you just not care?
I have them like stashed away in a chest back at the room that I live in, so I don't normally carry them on me.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go back.
Yeah.
Ugh,
We can say it's on the way.
Lord. Now Zevarra is annoyed.
Lor doesn't care.
Lor
Which is
will
even
not
more
remember
annoying.
this.
Aesheon also goes right next door to where his house is, or his room, and he grabs all of his gear.
Next door to the office or next door to Lore? Do you live
No,
No,
next
he-
door to the
yeah.
office.
He-
Even though I
Next
show
to
up
the office.
Yeah, he lives
Okay,
right
okay,
next to
okay.
the
2 hours
office,
late.
but he's always like 2 to 3 hours late, which is why your annoyance is justified.
Yes. My one justified annoyance.
However,
so-
I will say, again, Josh, you can feel free to shoot this down. I will say, like, during this whole time, Ash is like abnormally early, like because
Yeah.
with Susan.
Well, because he's not sleeping at all.
Yeah,
He is definitely, like, I think last night he actually slept.
yeah. I think you guys all slept well, except for Zephan. He's running off coffee right now, but
Yeah.
Which is darn good coffee. So
Yeah.
no
Complaints there.
negatives to his rules.
Yeah.
mhm.
Okay,
Alright.
so we're ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and you guys make your way. You guys know how to get there. It's not difficult, and you guys make it to the Hall of the Crimson Stream.
I'm assuming as we're walking, we're having a discussion of like who's talking and
Oh yeah,
What-
like if you guys want to do that, I
when we
just
get
was
there.
getting you guys there. But if you guys want to talk about what you guys want to do, we can say that happens.
Okay, so
well, because Ash is always trying to like be the face, especially because he's just stupid and young.
all right, so
But
give
he
us
knows-
your
But he knows the sister.
I was
so-
gonna say I want to hear your so maybe while we're walking, Zevarra like knows what's coming. So she turns to Ash and she's like, all right, give me your argument. Why do you think you should be the point person on this?
Well, so he just starts walking through how I forget what's the priest's name
Oh,
for
yeah.
Brother Tross.
Brother Trust,
Brother
yes.
Yeah. So I just start talking about Brother Tross's relationship to Sister Connor and how I've like been to their house of worship before and how I know all of the different clerics and everyone who's in like charge of religions in the area and how like no one else from our party really knows anything about religion at all, so that I should be the person who talks to them as when we show up.
Under her breath, Zevarra like kind of mumbles to herself, like, whew, that's a big assumption that no one else around here knows much about religion, but doesn't really like say it to Ash, just kind of like to herself, and then turns to Ash and says, that's fine. And I'm okay giving you this chance. I don't know what the other two think. But listen, we're not talking about Susan being missing. And you have to ensure me that you're not just going to blurt something out. This is not public knowledge. We're not letting people know that we don't know where she is.
Zephan is as we're going is just gonna kind of be like, remind me why we're going here, guys.
And so Aesheon starts getting passionate about the missing children, and how the Crimson Stream, right? They have an orphanage there
Mm-hmm.
that the kids keep getting taken from, and so he just starts talking about how, like, this is the most out of all of the cases that we've been given, that this one is the most like pressing,
Mm-hmm.
and
So,
that
orphanage,
it really
missing
needs
kids.
like
gotta find
nothing he's going to do other than focus on the figuring out why these kids are missing.
All
Right. Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. I'm willing to give it a shot. Just nothing about Susan.
So we arrive at
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we're there.
Okay. Just, Didn't want to cut anybody else off. So you guys arrive in this, and you know that the hall mainly is just a small place of worship. Like, they do have an orphanage that is like nearby. Like, it could be like an adjacent cave or carved out place, but generally all the meetings happen in the hall. And so as you guys enter, you can see that there's two like kind of like.
And which god? Does
this is a rush.
A rush.
A rush.
Yeah, I'm
a
on a
rush,
fire.
Okay.
Crimson Stream is just like, it's a fancy name for lava. So, like, they that's just, it's something that isn't hidden. So it's like that you guys would know what that means.
Is there any lava in this hall that we walk into?
I didn't have like lava tiles, but like we could imagine that these red tiles here or these copper tiles are like glass that there's like a lava flow underneath.
You want to move out of that space.
Like, it's sturdy enough to walk on. Like, they wouldn't have it there. Like, you guys can totally walk on there. But like, if you look
so there's
down,
like lava flows.
yeah,
underneath.
it's like a lava flow that just kind of loops, and like there's like steam that is like coming off of there. Like there's like little vent holes and stuff. Like, not big enough for you to fall through, but it's just like.
Ooh, so it's like steamy in here.
Yeah, like it's warmer than it, like, cause it's like it's generally warm out in the Cloud District anyway, just from all the mist and the vapor of the heat of the lower levels. However, in here it's just because there's the lava and it's worshiping Arush, the element of fire. Like, it is like the temperature like goes up 10 degrees.
Yeah.
And I didn't have stone pews, so that's why the pews are made out of wood. But there's the pews are stone. You can see like there's giving like by the entrance there's like two little like carts like for people who want to give like a few coppers or coins just to like help cover the expenses either for the kids or the people working here.
As we enter, I throw in. Let me see how much I can actually throw in. I throw in like a couple copper pieces.
Yep. And so
I throw in 5 copper pieces.
Yeah, and the noise like echoes out because it's like metal hitting metal, and you just hear, "Oh, alrighty, look who's hello. I have a deep voice for a woman." So
Aesheon greets her with is there like a specific phrase that worshippers of Arush use to greet each other? Or I was just gonna be like, may Arush keep the
like that would work.
Keep thee warm forever.
Yeah.
And then I pull out my Arush symbol.
Yeah, she's like, oh, but thank you. I'm glad to have you here. I'm Sister Connor. It's like she ruffles her feathers a little bit, and and it's very obvious. Like she looks tired. Like owls always look tired, but like she is looking extra tired. Like, what can I do for you?
We hear that you are suffering a problem that is in need of our investigative talents and skills. We've heard from what was the person's name who came and visited us again?
Eaton Bumblepatch.
Yep.
Bumblepatch.
From Bumblepatch that you have been experiencing children that have gone missing, and we came as quickly as we could to.
You're from the detective agency.
Assist.
Yes.
Yes. Man, I've heard that Susan's a little bit busy nowadays, so it's always good to see the youth step up and help out. And then like she like kind of leans like a little bit to the side, like in between Zevarra and Ash, and just waves at Lor and Z, just like, oh, hello there, dearies. Yes, yes, the children, they've been missing. I don't know how much you have been told, but in short, we have the orphanage nearby, and it's pretty much just a place for just the children who have been down in life, whether they're the parents or guardians or grandparents, either went down to the mines and haven't come back, or other sadness has entered into life. And so we offer them a home. Normally like some of the other halls, but we're the most well to do. Like we're in whatever district we're in. I think we're in Glass Point. I think that's what I said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this is something that you guys will all know. Glass Point is like the learned section of the Cloud District. There's a lot of libraries. There's a lot of like just schools and education centers up there. So like they're a little bit better off than the district that I'm forgetting you guys are in. So Crown's Peak or Beat, yeah, I think it was. Hold on, I'll just
Cloud something.
Well, the Cloud District is the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
And then that's what that map that I was showing you guys is, just the different districts. Let me see. You guys are in, yeah, so you're in Glass Point. Yeah, so there's libraries and colleges and a bunch of like learning halls. So if people want to like learn and get educated, they live in there. Dawn Quarter is where you guys are. That's
right.
That's where it is.
So Aesheon asks the sister if she can take us to where the children were last seen, and if she could explain when they began realizing that the kids were missing.
Oh yeah, we kind of noticed right away. It was really strange and confusing because, as you know, we're a place of learning, and we sent them out. There's local libraries around, and we sent them. Oh, what was it? I'm blanking on the name. It was pretty much. And like she like kind of is like looking through her notes for a second. It's like, oh yes, there it is. The golden brim. Now I forgot the name of the back of the book. What's the name of the back of the book? Binding. There we go. The golden binding library. It's that is what we send them. We have good relationships with them, and we are in it. There's no problems. Like we help the kids. We send them there to learn, and like we send them there to do research, and then they get a library card, and the kids love it. They love it so much. And but yes, it's about like a 20-minute away, and within the 20 minutes of them leaving, because they go there kind of in the afternoon, and we tell them you can stay there until about the end of the day. There's no rush. We want you to learn. We want you to be able to overcome what has been dealt you. However, it's not all of them, but a few of them have been taken, and it's on the road. It's pretty much just a straight shot. Some of the children are like, they have heard what seems like, it's going to sound very strange. It sounds like they said there's like chanting from one of the alleyways, and like they all run. We tell them to go as a group ever since we noticed this. But it seems like, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but the more round ones are the ones that don't make it back.
So the stragglers.
Yeah, we're learners. We don't really do a lot of physical education.
The hefty ones.
Yeah, they have a lot of wind resistance.
Do the kids see anything?
I know they said there was chanting. The last one, I realized. So, the last one who told me, they said that they saw something grab his friend. It was little Johnny. Johnny went and saw it, and he was distraught. It was his friend Channa. She was taken by something, and there was just weird chanting. And so the next day, he said that he was going to wait. It was right in the middle of the area, and he has not returned. And
Little Johnny went off by himself?
he's from what the other kids said, he stayed there. We've sent a few of the other people there. Like, we sent a few of the other priests, and like it's either like within the mist or something. Like, our teachers do not see what is happening, and it's very quick apparently. Like, we're not bad people. We're not trying to like take kids and harvest organs. Okay, it's like.
I don't know. You let a little kid go back to the nest to get stolen.
Aesheon puts his hand on Zevarra and says, "Please let me speak," to her, as if to like try to just be like, "You are not doing a great job with your disdain towards this woman."
Yeah, you see like her feathers like ruffling up, just like, I can not be there
Zevarra,
for all
like,
the kids.
And so he just
breaks
begins
away, but like quiets down.
He begins to flatter her with just preludes of like religion and just being so gracious to her for her faith and her service, and starts to talk to her about how dangerous this journey is going to be as we go looking for these children, and so he just asks if they were to fall into any sort of trouble, if they needed healing and things of that sort, if they could rely upon the Crimson Stream to assist them in that.
As Aesheon is saying this stuff, Zephan's gonna walk up and kind of put his hand on his shoulder, and as he's finishing up, look at the priest, Sister Connor, and say, "Is there any possibility we could escort the children to the library today?"
First off, young Ash, I know you and Brother Tross visit here a lot. We actually have stopped all visits to the library. We've done that. It was a couple weeks ago, and I think that is when I forgot the name of the child.
Little Johnny.
Little Johnny.
Chandler was grabbed, and then Little Johnny.
Yeah,
went back.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's when Little Johnny just went out in the night. And look, we're also just spread thin, as you'll know. We have the Steam Feast coming up, and you guys all know the Steam Feast is something that all the halls in Halcyon Peak take part. It's like a huge festival, and it takes a lot of work to do. It happens like every two or 3 years. Like, we'll say every 3 years it happens, and so it's getting close, and it's a big deal.
So, out of character question, how young does Aesheon look?
Aesheon is in his 20s.
I mean, Andrew Garfield was in his 20s when he played a high schooler.
Hold on. Let me go to my description and see what I put down. So he's 20 years old. So he could definitely
a little bit of
pass.
makeup or something you could pass as a kid.
He could pass for like being a young, like 17.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I look over at Aesheon and go, "Well, Aesheon,
But he's not chubby, so that's the only issue.
Do you want to be some bait?
Here, if you thank you for your help. I will definitely put in a good word when I see Susan next for your just everything you're doing. But here, and she's like, if you go down the next couple blocks, this is where they said they heard the most noise. If you want to take a look there.
So I'm gonna suggest. I'm gonna kind of motion Lore over, and I'm gonna say, hey, let's step to the side here and confer a minute, my friends.
And the glass breaks and he falls into no, joking.
Like step off here by the pew, kind of out of hearing distance of Sister Connor.
I'm an owl. I have very good hearing.
I ask Sister Connor once again before I leave if the church would be able to provide healing for us if we were to run into trouble.
We
on our return.
And she's like, "Oh, we'll heal all. We'll know." And she starts like going into a sermon of how they heal everybody, giving them a chance to have their conversation. You've heard this sermon before, Ash.
This is the conversion
Here
sermon.
at the
Here at the Hall of the Crimson
Stream.
Stream, we are here to help all unfortunate. This is why we have the orphanage, and we try to save all. And rhubarb.
Aesheon!
And
And I motion him over.
I stared deeply into her eyes and put my hand upon her shoulder and say, "Sister, you realize how dangerous." I try to persuade her. Let me see.
Oh, she's not denying you healing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like,
No, she's going into.
she's
spiel
going
about
into
how
her.
She's trying to convert me.
No,
Gotcha.
well, not
Okay.
not so much converting, but it's just like she's going into the speech of just like the Hall of the Crimson Stream is there to help anybody that is fallen on hard times, and we do our best. And it's
Gotcha.
like,
the crew is a ministry that helps its students. Like it's.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I wasn't getting the straight answer. So
oh
I was
yeah,
just
no,
making
like
sure
that's it's just like you hit the magic words where she's just gonna keep talking and giving you like kind of a mini sermon on how they help all the people.
Okay, and so I thank her and I say we must confer to find out how best to do our investigation.
Okay, I think I heard something in here.
So now that we're all here, I have some ideas. So I've got a disguise kit from my former profession. I think I could maybe make young Aesheon here look younger. I think
tells Z that he like pulls out his own kit from his bag.
I'm gonna pull out a bigger kit from my bag. It'll be like Aesheon. No, and then I'm gonna be like, so listen, I think we should have Zevarra interview some of the kids. Lore and Aesheon and I can go to the library. Aesheon will dress you up as a kid. You can act young, maybe whistle a little bit, and then Lore and I will follow you and see what happens. What do you guys think?
Aesheon pushes back just enough to say we should all interview the children first and then go.
Okay, deal.
As you're saying this, is like, hello here, I couldn't help but over here. Yeah, orphanage is closed. Due to the recent events, we don't let anybody in there. We gave you all the information that we were told, but
We can't talk to any of the kids.
I would like to try to persuade her to let us in.
Do you have
I think
child abuse forms filled out?
Yeah, I was gonna say before Zephan can get to her, I think Zevarra is just real done with this, and so she like starts moving towards her, and she's like, You're really going to tell us that we can't talk to these kids? Do you realize what our job is and how much of a handicap that you are providing by not letting us speak to a kid? And I want to roll an intimidation check and see if I can bully her into letting us talk to the kids.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my god. That means I rolled a 4 because I have a 5 in intimidation.
She looks right and she's like, "This is why I don't want you talking to the children. You cannot hold a conversation with me, and also I am not getting the man down on me for not having your child abuse forms filled out and background checks. So I'm sorry, but this now is where I'm going to make my stand. Here is the location that we, the path, and this is where what we could tell of everything that's going on. But as far as I am here, this conversation is over.
So we leave.
And just
we leave before she even finishes talking.
goodbye.
I mean,
Oh, by the way, if you want healing, yeah, you can definitely come back here, but not.
I was gonna say, I don't know if we necessarily want to leave. Yeah, we gotta make Aesheon look like a kid. We gotta like Tom Holland him into looking younger than he is.
We can go like investigate the location, see what's going on there.
That's true.
My guess is we should wait until it's like darker, because that's going to help
what
hide
time, though?
details.
They go in the afternoon. We have to like replicate the time frame that the
And they
kids
also
go.
haven't been going for like multiple days now. So whoever was snatching the kids isn't going to be like lying in wait on that route anymore. So I think the only thing we can do is really investigate the area where it was and see if we can find clues as we're going.
There's also the possibility that this is an inside job and that this organization knows what's going on or has something to do with it. And so now that they're aware that we're doing what we're doing, it may, something like that, or baiting them out may be more difficult.
I cast Eldritch Blast on Sister Connor. No.
Your counter spell, I melt your brain. No. Do you?
No, I don't. I don't
He goes from like being the most like sensitive, soothing player to just
straight
hoboing
murder.
everyone.
Yeah. All right. Well, Lore says to the group, we should at least go check out the location they gave us and see if we can pick up any leads or strange happenings and go from there.
Zephan is gonna look very disappointed that he doesn't get to make Aesheon look younger.
Ash agrees with Lore, but says you go first.
Lore has no problem going first. And I don't think using Ash for bait is out of the picture yet. We may just have to think about how we do it.
All right. So you guys go to pretty much the intersection that she mentions. Like you're kind of halfway between the golden brim. Is that what did I say?
Golden binding.
Golden binding. Yeah. I don't have my notes open right now. The golden binding, public library, and the Crimson Stream Orphanage. And you're right about the middle place, and it's like an intersection that you can see why it's a little bit strange, and it's dark. It's like not like the artificial lighting system doesn't hit this area the greatest, but it seems like a little bit of a heavier mist. But yeah, what do you guys want to do there?
I guess we just start by doing a straight perception check to see what we notice.
All right, yeah. Everyone do perception.
Goodness
dear
gracious.
Lord.
What is happening?
That is a straight 9.
I should have rolled that. I rolled a 19 on my actual die.
I will also, we'll do perception, and then if you guys want to start investigating and looking into things. So, oh, and Nate, what did you get? Oh, okay. So,
Ugh.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna break out the dice from their jail here, and
So we're just
Yeah.
yeah,
really
this will be
close.
the last week for digital
We-
dice.
we stayed up all night and we are not on our game today.
Well, 3/4 of you got rest, but as you guys see, like maybe some of the mist is like obscuring a few things, but you guys are able to see that it looks like there's just kind of residential homes on this corner. It looks like there's maybe what looks like to be either like a store for like that's either a tailor or just specialty like kind of binding of books. It's not very clear, but it looks like they do leather work. On the other corner, it looks like it's just a small like mom and pop grocery store. It seems like these are both closed. Like for some reason, like you guys are there in the afternoon, so it's
So it seems out of the ordinary.
it seems a little bit strange, but at the same time, like it's even though I didn't say what day it is, like they could have like their own schedule that they're there. It's like I don't know. It could be. However, what you also see is why this place is a little bit extra, like why the mist is a little bit thicker here, because in this area you see a manhole cover, kind of in the middle of the street, where you guys all know that there is a sewer system underneath, which you guys kind of knew that already. Like I mentioned the first thing where you heard noises coming from from the sewers. So, but it looks like there's an entrance to the sewers like in this location, but like kind of not so much in the center of the intersection, but like kind of down like the street, kind of heading kind of towards the south.
Aesheon mentions that we should investigate the sewer.
I want to get a
We go
welder
into
on the
the
manhole sewer cut. I want to weld the manhole cover shut and then tell them the kids are safe and just be done with it. Bzzz, done.
Well, Lore tells the group, he says, I know some of these businesses look like they're closed, but we should spread out around the square, knock on doors, and see if we can get anybody to answer and see if anybody's seen anything strange or heard anything in this area.
I agree. I agree.
Okay. So, oh, sorry.
I'm gonna go to the grocery store and
Okay.
like knock.
All right, so you're gonna go to the grocery store. Laura, what are you gonna do?
There are just the two buildings.
There's the two. So, there's the east and west. Sorry. So heading to the east, on the south side is the grocery store. On heading towards the east, toward the north side of that intersection is that tailor leather working place. And then there's what looks like a residential building on the west-south corner, and on the north corner, yeah, is the other residential.
All right, I'll go over to the other business, and then I say to Zephan and Ash, you guys split between the two residential buildings. See if you can get anybody to come to the door.
Yeah, Ash goes and begins banging on the residential door.
All right. Well, we're. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So let's start. I'm just gonna go in the order of that you guys decided to do stuff. So far, you go up and knock on the grocery store window, and it's like quiet. Like there's not lights on in there, and it's just and we'll say like you knock some more, and then it's just like you hear like a window above you open, like
Okay.
it's like a 2-floor, and she's like, Yes, hello? Who's down
Hi.
there?
Hi, I'm so sorry to bother you.
I'm not buying.
No. I'm not here to sell anything. We're actually with a detective agency, Susan Brittlebeak. I'm sure you have heard of her. We're here looking into the missing children, and we're so uh, worried about these kids. We're trying to make the streets safer for them, and a lot of them have gone missing here. Do you have any information for us?
We streets need to be safer. I tell you what, back in my day, we didn't have any of this problems here. We didn't have this mist just rolling around in the air. And this person looks like an old, dwarf woman. And she's like, we could just go down to the mines and get some rocks and then come back up and make a statue and everything was fine. But no, we had to get mists.
I'm sure. And that's why we're here. We're trying to make this a safer place. I mean, wouldn't you want these kids to have that experience? Have you seen anything? Have you heard anything? Can you help us make this a safer place?
What?
Have you seen anything recently that might be out of place? How long have you lived here? How long have you been on this corner?
It feels like hundreds of years. Something out
Okay.
of place? I saw my son last week.
That's out
That
of
boy
place?
never comes by and visits his dear old mother.
Oh man. How about with the kids? Do you see the kids every day?
He has kids?
No.
Are
This is
you
really testing.
his wife?
This is really testing Zevarra's patience. She's like breathing through this. This is like her nightmare. No. The kids from the orphanage. I'm sure you hear them. I'm sure they cause a ruckus, right? Like a bunch of kids running through the streets.
Those kids stealing my
Yeah.
rock candy when they come through. They just think it's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know that they've been missing, right? Like someone is taking them.
That would explain why I have more rock candy.
Yeah. Okay. The kids are going missing and we're trying to find them. Have you noticed anything dangerous, mysterious, weird going on?
My rock candy is still here.
Okay. Well,
Do you want some? I give you good deal. Hold up, and she closes the door, and you just hear, "Ow, my hip," and just, and where's the
just,
door?
like counting to 10 in her head, trying to compose herself so she doesn't lose it, putting on her best secretary face.
Mm-hmm. And so 20 minutes later, you see, I'm here, and she lets you in.
There's no way she waits for 20 minutes. I think a minute later, she's knocking on the window again.
And then you knock on the window, and you're just a different elderly dwarf comes out. Huh?
Oh,
Who are you?
hi. I think I was just speaking to someone else in your house. Do you have a wife?
Margaret! Are you talking to the street? I'm going down to get something.
Oh, no. I don't actually want rock candy.
We have rock candy. It rots your teeth.
Yep. I don't think I want rock candy. Oh,
I
sorry.
like cherry.
Okay.
These are my favorite characters now.
I love how flustered Elizabeth is right now.
What? I didn't hear what you said.
I said I love how flustered Elizabeth is right now.
She's trying so hard
The funny
to
thing
think
is, I'm
of
just
it.
looking into camera. I'm not looking at what you guys are, how you're reacting.
Okay, so she's gonna try one more time, but she's close to giving up at this point. So she says to the husband, she repeats her story. She's like, "Sir, we're with Susan Brittlebeak of the. Do you know her?"
No.
Okay. Well, We were stop laughing. I can't do this if you're laughing.
Sorry.
I'm with a detective agency, and there are kids missing right here on your corner. Kids are being kidnapped. Did you know that? Were you aware?
No.
Okay.
I assumed they were still out there because I could hear the rap music being chanted through the streets.
Wait. I'm sorry.
I cannot rap. I'm old.
Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. What do you mean by rap music?
It's the music that comes through the streets that's just like, it's... If I was about 300 years younger, it would be really cool, I think. But...
Do you know, can you repeat it for me?
I will try. My hearing ain't great, but I hear it sounds like I don't have hearing aids because they have not been invented in this world, but it sounds very like mist in my ears.
Okay. This is helpful. This is good. Let's keep this going. Let's keep dialoguing. How often does this happen?
What?
How often? Okay. It's okay. How often does the rap music happen?
Too much.
How many times a day?
It echoes through the stone walls
Does
of
it
my
happen
cave.
when you eat lunch?
It
Does
hurts
it
my
happen
bones.
when you have dinner? Does it happen at night?
Hello, I'm here at the door.
Oh, goodness gracious, Mark.
Do you want a candy?
No, thank you.
Is he
I
telling you about the
appreciate-
rap music?
Yes. Can you tell me more about the rap music?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think
You've
it's a
never
figment
heard
of his
it?
imagination.
Okay, so you think he's making it up. Okay.
I just think he's senile.
What does he tell you about it?
He says it sounds like and it hurts his bones.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time. If anything else besides rap music happens, please reach out to Susan Brittlebeak's detective agency. That would be very helpful. And Zevarra just turns and walks away. She doesn't
Goodbye.
wait for anything. She just leaves.
Goodbye, daughter-in-law.
Well, that was fun. Okay, so I think Lor was going to a house next. Lor, where were you going?
He was going to the leather shop.
Yeah,
Okay.
the tanner or whatever.
All right, so you knock on the door.
Yep.
I hear that.
No, just joking.
I feel like Lore would have much less patience.
And this is how the Miss Detectives become the Miss Murderers.
Uh-huh.
So, anyway, you knock on the door and you just can't you read sign? We're closed.
Yeah, I know. Sorry to bother you. We are from the office of Detective Brittlebeak. We're just investigating an issue with some children that have gone missing. Have you seen anything in the area or heard anything out of the ordinary recently?
And what comes to the door, like, it's kind of like Jurassic Park. Like the ground is shaking. Like if you were holding a cup of water, it looks like this like droplet of water and like ripples are happening. And as like you like look up, you just see this Goliath standing at the door, and he's wearing like kind of earmuffs, and he's just like, sorry, I already forgot my voice. Yes.
It was like guttural Russian.
Yeah. Oh, like original Susan. Yes, hello. It is me, Big Pete. You hold on. I have very sensitive hearing, which is why I wear this super thick earmuff. What you say?
Nice to meet you, Big Pete. Just just say or asking if you've heard anything out of the ordinary in the area, seen anything out of the ordinary.
Well, what is pretty unordinary is someone got the old birds over there all riled up, it looks like. And I imagine these conversations are having the same time, and it's just, we see in the background Zevarra just, no, I don't rock candy. And, besides that, no, it seems like, I don't know, there's weird noises, but there's always weird noises in here. It's, kind of like, I don't know, like, it's not music, whatever the old birds over there are saying, but it repeats
like
it though.
Chanting?
Yes, one could say that. I don't know what it normally is, because I just put on more earmuffs and kind of go to bed. I have business to run. I do not have time for hooligan chanting.
Understood. As somewhat of a craftsman myself, I certainly understand.
Oh, you craft? What do you craft?
I don't. In the days past, the occasional weapon here and there, but most of my time now is spent repairing, heaters and maintenance maintenance items. So
It's still honorable work.
yeah, I work a lot with metal and mechanisms, so I understand where you come from.
Mhm.
So going back to the noises you hear, is it a language you recognize? Can you make out any words?
Yeah, no, I kind of just focus it out. It seems more towards the south it comes from, and like kind of points over to the south, where, as we said, like the mist is heavier and stuff like that. And he's just like, but I do not investigate. I do not want trouble. It was hard enough getting here, and so I just tried to do my work, keep my head down, and not have to be brought into any trouble.
I understand. It's best to leave the investigation to our department. We are professionals in that matter. So I thank you for your time and the information you provided. It was very helpful. I won't disturb you any further.
Okay. By the way, if you want to see some, oh, hold on, look here, and they point, and Margaret comes out the door. Daughter-in-law. And she's just like, oh, I love it. That's not even a real business.
Lor chuckles to himself and nods as he walks away.
I feel like Zevarra is like heading your direction, just like seething and breathing to herself and like just trying to calm down.
You hear,
That's not our son.
hey, who is next? I forgot what order.
I think Josh. Yeah, was
Okay,
next.
so Ash, what it you?
So Aesheon's just banging on the door of the residential.
All right. One sec. You can just hear like are you just like beating on this door? Just
ding, 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 ding. Just like ding, 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 ding.
yeah, you just hear.
Like he comes up and he just like bangs like 5 times really hard on the door.
It's like, excuse me, my babies are sleeping. I would prefer if you stopped.
Aesheon starts talking to her about excuse me, ma'am, I'm so sorry if I were to wake your children, but this is a matter of much importance. I don't know if you've heard, but multiple children have gone missing walking down the street headed towards the library from the Crimson Stream Orphanage, and we are here with, and I tell her the name of the detective agency, and we are here investigating this, and anything you know about this matter could greatly help us find these children.
And she
and I start like playing into her like being a mother, and I'm like, and God forbid if anything were to happen to your children, alongside this as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is like a young human, like we'll say like around like between 18 to 20. Excuse me, right around there, and like the door is barely cracked open. Like you just see like an eye, and like she's like, I've heard things, but I want to protect my own. I'm sorry, but I just value my own over the lives of orphans.
And Aesheon just thaumaturgies all over himself, and her door
That's disgusting.
slams open. His voice begins to boom, and his eyes change to this like deep red, and he tries to intimidate her into helping. And he's just like screaming at her, "You don't care about anyone but yourself." And then his intimidation roll is a 16.
One.
It's what?
A 16 intimidation.
Alright. So she starts becoming overwhelmed, and she's just like, I am not appreciating this. And honestly,
Aesheon just like slowly like pulls within like the minute of his spells kind of like fall off, and he's just like tries to compose himself, and is just like, I'm so sorry.
oh, yep, okay, can't do anything there. I was like, well, something might. Nope.
Like, I'm so sorry. Just please, there's children that are missing.
She like looks like she's looking down at you, just because I imagine you're like on a stoop that like is leaning up, and she's like, I know there's children missing, and sorry if I came off harsh, but between the noises coming from the south and the crazy couple across the street,
Daughter-in-law, come back!
I don't want to leave the house. I'm here to protect my child, and well, my husband should be back anytime. Okay?
And Aesheon thanks her for opening her door more and sharing the information that.
Oh no,
knows.
she didn't open the door more.
She did. Okay.
No, like it's still just
when,
like
when my thaumaturgy happened, like the door swings open.
Okay. And yeah, so it's like it swung open, but like she immediately like pulled it back to its original thing. Like you give an insight roll.
Okay. Oh, that's a good stinking roll. That's a 21.
Yeah, like
Ooh.
you can tell that like she's like has heard the news and knows that like the like rumors have spread and that it is in this area, but the fact that she is a new mother is just like this is taking precedent over anything else. And she's like, I'm not letting anybody in here, and I'm not investigating, but if anyone comes in against my child, like she is going to fight back. And it's just like she didn't, it seemed like when your eyes got red and were yelling, like you could have seen like a flash of red go across her own eyes, but it was just like the shock of the door being blasted open and everything is just like that red disappeared and like returned everything back in there. So you feel like she is much more, this is my home and I'm going to protect it.
Well, then he apologizes again for having to get intimidating on her to have her speak, but thanks her for the information he gave her, and then he begins to walk away from the house.
And like
back to the I'm assuming everybody's like getting back into like the center of the street, so he's just turning around and walking back to see a frazzled Zevarra and a chuckling Lor.
Well, and I think Zevarra like is like heading towards you and like heard, obviously, like thaumaturgy is like a huge thing. And so is like like, what are you doing? Kind of like look on her face as she's like walking towards you.
And you just hear like in the background just like,
Margaret, they have a kid. It's blue.
Oh, oh my gosh. Zevarra is just like muttering to herself, like, what is happening right now? This is all going to like
This
hell in a
is-
handbag.
This
That's
is
good.
the best family reunion we ever had.
I know. We should get the rock candy.
all right, and let's go to the Z.
Yeah, so I'll go up. As I'm walking up to the door, though, I'm kind of thinking through in my head, like, okay, do I go like official? Do I go polite? Do I like bring out a bit of brick? Like, what do I do here? So as I get to the door, I go ahead and knock on it.
And like the door is just ripped wide open, just like, dude, what is up, my man? What are you
Nice.
doing? And like it looks like Fat Thor.
Amazing.
I'm gonna go. Hello
But
there. My
as a
name is-
centaur, sorry, it's a centaur
Oh,
Fat
it's a
Thor.
centaur.
Like,
Centaur
what's up, my
Fat Thor.
dude?
Impressive.
Be like, hello. My name is Zephan. I'm with the detective agency on official business. Here to
Are
ask
you
a couple
with
of
the
questions.
man?
No, I'm not with the man.
What?
Got a couple questions for you. You gonna answer or not?
Sure, man. Anything to help keep the peace, you know. Someone got the birds riled up. That's their last name, you know. They
Oh, I
crack
got
me
you.
up.
Oh, I bet it's gotta be greatly entertaining. Hey, you see a couple of kids walk past here every day?
Not but like a couple weeks.
I mean, it's been a couple days.
Yeah. Hold on one sec. And he kind of turns around, just here. Yeah, no, I haven't seen anybody, man.
I'm gonna be like, at all, ever. Group of little kids walking past here every
I'm-
day.
Look, I know being a four-legged centaur, man. I know, but I don't do that. Okay, I don't want kids.
All right.
Oh,
Hey, you heard anything out of the ordinary around here? Maybe people playing their music too loud, stuff like that.
No, man. I don't really hear much except the good vibes going on. Oh wait, you're talking about the noisy people down the corner, but they're just helping the vibe, man. You can't get mad with them.
Okay.
You just
Okay.
you got to keep balance in the universe, man. Just like how all the elements hold everything in order.
Okay. Got another question for you then.
Yeah.
You know what a drought is?
Oh,
A drought?
nah, man.
Okay. Cool. Just had to make sure. I'm just gonna stand there really awkwardly and not say anything.
Do you want some?
Yes.
Okay. And he just closes the door.
And I'll turn around and head back to the rest of the group.
Alright. Well,
Yeah.
someone got the worst
cool.
out of all of them.
So
Yes.
I'd be like, all right. So that guy's definitely suspicious. I want to break into his house and see what's going on in there.
whoa, that's a big thing. Why is he suspicious?
Because he said he hadn't seen any kids walk past here. Ever.
Oh, that is weird.
Yes.
Okay. Well, my two knew nothing. Well, actually, that's not
That's
true.
also very suspicious. We should break into their house and steal some rock candy or something.
And we're getting visitors.
And so Zevarra turns over her shoulder and she's like, dude, you said you can't hear nothing.
Huh?
So can you hear or not?
You turn around and you see like he has like the big like thing in
Ear
his
horn.
ear.
So she like turns back around and gets real close to Zephan, and she's like, "Yes, let's break into their house."
All right. It's been enough time. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, actually, I was just gonna say that, like, the sound, like, the lady he talked to said that the noises, the chanting has been coming from the south.
Yeah, and Zevarra
And
like confirms that that was the only thing they knew.
Yeah, Lore pipes up and said that sounds from the south is the only good information he got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, my guy was super suspicious and said that it only helped with the vibes.
The vibes.
I mean, it sounds like your dude is on some drugs. Let's be honest.
Another good reason to break into his house.
I cannot support that.
I know a place that you can sell those really well. I mean, I knew of a place that if you wanted to do something like that, you could. I mean, not that I want to. That'd be very wrong.
Uh-huh.
All right. So, why doesn't it's been enough time? Why doesn't everyone roll? I'll allow you to either roll perception or investigation right now.
Come
Well, that was
on,
garbage.
perception.
Definitely investigation.
Right. Investigation, you said?
Mhm.
Or
19.
Perception. I got a 8. Nice.
I have a 21 perception.
All right.
So
So
I
we
got
I
a
have
19
a
investigation.
10.
we have
Either way.
19. Sorry. So
No,
we have
no.
21 and 19, and what you have, Josh?
I have a 10 either way.
Okay. Yeah. So, and then Zevarra has an 8. you said?
8 investigation, yeah.
Okay. So Zevarra is still overwhelmed by them,
So
and then
angry.
yeah, they're just
And I think we pissed off our daughter-in-law.
She like continues the conversation. She's like, yeah, you did. And you're not going to make it better if you keep talking to me.
I can't hear you now.
Oh my gosh. Someone better hold me back because I'm going to go have words with this old couple.
yeah, and maybe that's what Ash is doing, just like, hey, remember the breathing
Actually,
techniques
just
you
trying
told
his
me?
Best to, like, he's never seen Zevarra this mad at another person.
He's
other than
taking
him.
notes.
He's just like trying to like calm her down.
Remember the
Ooh,
breathing
how do I
techniques?
do this on a regular basis?
Hold me back. Yeah.
So
The
Breathe
mage hand is right in front of her,
breathe
like
out.
going like this. Just saying no. Don't do it.
so that happens, and then we're sitting there and we see but Zephan and Lor, you guys like you hear something to the south, and your heads snap as you just, and Lor is able to hear clearly, just like,
Bones and twigs snap real cool. Everyone's going to look like a fool.
coming from the manhole.
Bones and twigs.
And we're gonna say with your perception, and what was your investigation? Did you roll investigation or perception?
He did investigation.
Okay, you with your investigation, you see that manhole cover can be moved.
Yeah. So I'll go over and move it.
Hey. And you see a ladder heading down, and you can clearly hear like just these chants, just saying like,
Yes.
and like just keeps going on where like.
Random cackling.
Yeah, just random cat like and just other like little random mantras that could or couldn't have meaning.
Lore,
I'm
Lore,
gonna shout down to the manhole cover. I'm gonna go like, "Hey Johnny, look! There's some candy over here."
What? There's
I'm gonna
no Johnny down here.
I cast light on a piece of coin, and I throw a copper coin down into the sewer with light cast on it.
I want to try to catch the coin as he's throwing it down into the sewer.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll.
Would that be athletics?
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. I'm rolling whatever I need to. You said it's athletics.
Yeah.
Would that be athletics or dexterity?
Yeah. Yeah. Do dexterity. I think that would probably fit.
13.
Yeah. Like, were you just kind of dropping it, Ash?
No, like I pulled out a copper coin, I cast light, and then I just kind of like chucked it down into the
Alright, yeah.
into the hole so that we could see.
We'll say you catch it.
Oh, I'm gonna catch it and like put it in my bag.
As
And
it's
then
just
like
look
a
over-
glowing
like,
light.
as it's just glowing. Then I'm gonna turn over to Action and go, "Not coins, my friend. Not coins."
Aesheon thaumaturgies all over Z, and just like
Okay. So Z like turns around. She's like,
he's like booming his voice, whispering is like right behind Z's ear, and he's just like, "Put it in the hole."
she like flips around. She's like, okay, dude. Okay, we need to calm down.
I heard that.
Calm down.
I heard that.
Lore
You need to
kind
calm
of
down.
Lore
There's
kind
something
of
going on in the hole.
Lore kind of pushes his way in, pushes everybody back away from the hole, and starts climbing down.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him. I got
Alright.
dark vision. I don't need light.
Yeah,
It was for
Laura, do
everyone.
you have dark vision? Can you see?
No, I don't think I do.
You just go down there without
I'm
any
just-
light.
Just going
As,
down.
I want
Okay.
as Lord
I
goes
want to
past,
prep an action. If any more coins come falling down into the manhole cover, I'm going to catch them.
Alright.
as Lord goes past me, I cast. Lord, what do you have on you? Do you have anything in your hand?
I don't have anything in my hand. I do have a torch in my adventures kit though, so I could light that up.
Well, I just didn't know. Like,
Oh, it could be
I
your
just
weapon,
He can
too.
cast
like
light on.
your shirt, and I cast light on your shirt.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Now,
Yes.
oh my
As you
gosh,
as you
talk
like
about
start
a
going in, I
target.
like your shirt just is glowing as you go down into the.
Dare, you
Okay.
will not believe what I'm saying.
I do have my torch out though, so I do have that equipped currently.
Oh, okay. So then I cast light on your torch, and so your torch that's unlit.
Super
Unlit
bright. It's
torch.
it's super bright.
Yeah.
Alright. And you guys
As seen on TV. Super bright torch.
you guys enter. Let's go to a new map.
Ooh.
You're gonna want to go up to the upper northeast of the map.
My character sheet.
The east. There we go.
Oh, tiny little room.
Yeah. So I'm definitely behind everybody else.
Yeah. So you guys enter here, and you can smell the smells of the sewer, and it looks like you can see that it looks like there's like a metal door. It seems like there's lights in here already. That it's kind of like dim illumination, but you guys are able to see in here.
Okay, I extinguish my torch and put that away.
Okay. But you hear. Actually, everyone make a perception check as you get down here.
It's a 17 for Aesheon.
Ugh,
It's a
10.
7. It's a 7 for Zephan.
Oh, 9.
Okay.
This e-rolling's real bad.
Yeah.
So, real quick, is Lore moving closer to the door?
Yeah, I just kind of like situated myself sort of like in front of the group.
Okay. So, as you guys are kind of just taking in your bearings and all of that, Ash, you hear,
And when they come through the door, we're going to get them.
and that's what we'll call it a night. Because it's 12 o'clock and I still gotta pack.
Packing is for the week.
Not when you're moving tomorrow.
Oh, we got so close to our first combat.
If we played 6 hours and almost hit combat.
Oh no, I would have done 6 hours of the birds, man. Those were the best.